Good morning, candidate of 2023. Now, it has been a while before I talked about oral literature. The last time I posted, I gave you a lot of performances in oral literature. Remember, this year we're expecting narratives and songs. Now, I'm going to talk about songs, and when they're written, be sure you will not know that it's a song. It will just look like a poem. Now, it's just about you to determine the features. Read through the song and you will establish that this is a song. Most times when they are setting, they write an oral poem, and therefore when you see that, most times it will mean it is a song. Now, what do you expect as a student? You must be aware of the features of songs, because the first question most times comes, they ask you to give the features of the oral genre. Now, the first thing we expect in songs is rhythm. Now, you look at the lines, we call them lines. How are they written? Most times they'll have a given repetitive way, or you can even count the syllables and establish that there is a rhythm within your song, because the songs must be sung and therefore a tune comes from the rhythm. Now, another aspect that we see in songs is that they are repetitive in nature, so you'll find some words, some lines, and stanzas that have been recurring. There are sometimes songs that come with a refrain, a whole 3 lines or 4 lines that have been repeated. So be aware, it's either repetition or refrain. Now, just in the features of the sound patterns, you will again see aspects such as parallelism. Now, I hope you understand parallelism is that recurrence of a particular part of a phrase within a line. It may be coming at the end or beginning. Most times it is aimed to offer some drama. I hope you've been listening to Martin Luther King, the two, and you heard about I Have a Dream. That's one of the examples of what I call parallelism. Now, these aspects aim at emphasis, and sometimes they just want to make you memorize that song. It's easy to memorize something that has some sort of repetition. What's the other aspect of oral songs, or the songs or oral poems? You'll find that there is some direct translation. It's sometimes difficult for students to establish direct translation, because when you are writing compositions, you find a lot of students writing mother tongue translation. So they might not establish, but we have obvious ways in which, when you see like smear, where I was sent by my mother, or the son of my mother, the daughter of my father, or daughter of my mother, and so many aspects that will tell you that this is direct translation. Most times they are simplistic. You know, a song cannot be contain that vocabulary. It may contain mother tongue words or such things, but it might not be complex. So you'll find it is quite simplistic with just few words and something you can understand very fast. Songs, most times they have local dialect, because we are trying to be authentic. Yeah, we are maintaining that idiom of a given culture. Therefore, whether it's a circumcision song, or whether it is a work song, it can be war song, or any other bathing, it must have some sort of local dialect. Now, in songs, among the Africans, we have the aspect of conversation. So you will have some parts whereby the singer is singing, then we have people to respond. So that antiphony kind of. So if you see that, you must know that is a song. There is hyperbole, exaggeration. We have some sort of exaggeration. Have you interacted with the songs of Lawino? You will get somebody saying that when I see the beauty of my beloved, I throw away the food. The other aspect you'll find is alteration, assonance, onomatopoeia, idiophones. You must meet this in songs. Now, songs also have moral lessons. There must be a lesson you are learning from that given song. So if you see, possibly they are trying to say you must be brave, that's a war song. If they are trying to say that maybe if you are working, that is when you can eat. Mostly in work songs, that is a work song. And if they are, For example, initiation songs, they will be asking you to be brave. So we have moral lessons within songs. Most of them contain symbols, like the singer will be asking you to give deeper meanings of some things. And you have to interpret within the cultural aspect of a given society. The final feature of oral poems is that sometimes they don't make sense. They just have to entertain. Most times communities find fun in entertaining. So you will see the song and you will wonder exactly what it has. There is this, last year there's a poem, oral poem that was talking about guarding the fields so that people are not, the animals are not really wasting the harvest. And so it would be say, tweet, 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 the hunters are here. Now we have to wake up with everything that we have and fight them. Now you see that you would think that it's a war song, but it was a work song whereby they were trying to engage the society in guarding the maize, during that time when maize is almost ready. So you find that birds will come and attack. So today I've just shared the oral features of songs, but I'm going to capitalize on discussions on songs so that it's clear to you as a candidate this year, now that you expect songs or narratives to be in the setting. I always tell you, if you have questions on songs and you don't really understand, you're free to ask. If you think there are other features of songs, you are also free to share, because once you share that, if somebody wills to understand more about songs, then they're gonna understand much about the oral poems or oral, that's what you say, the songs. And you can add information. You can also discuss this so that I can critique, and if you have time, critique what I've done. Bye bye for now.